Let's get the banner going.
Hey, can you hit that fan though?
Already?
Yeah.
Hasn't even gotten hot yet.
It's pretty hot in here.
He's been exercising outside.
Okay. He's been roughhousing with the dog.
Okay, so we'd like to welcome you to Fabric Chicks Alive on Wednesday, April 23rd. We've got a lot of fun stuff today, some crazy stuff, some good deals. If you're new to watching, we want to just let you know it's super easy. You don't have to pre-register per se. You just have to call or message us. The number is scrolling on the bottom of the website. And just for those of you regulars who haven't noticed this yet, because I was told by a regular that she had no idea that we even had a website. We do have a website. So we are like an official business per se. So we do have a website. It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen, www.fabric-chicks.com. We also do have an actual physical location, a brick and mortar shop that you're welcome to come in and shop. We do have kind of crazy hours, so it's always best to call and let us know when you want to come in. We're happy to accommodate you. And it by appointment anytime. And so if you want to order anything, you're just going to comment S. S is you committing to it, like this. I'm going to show you the very first thing. And Devin, I thought I said $7. Devin did $8. Okay.
For that one.
Oh, okay.
It's the same discount as the other one.
S41 is $8 for the panel. So if you want to purchase this, all you have to do is type S. S is you committing to buying it, 41, and then how many of these you want. This panel was intended to be placemats. They're great springy placemats. I think they would also make a cute bag. You can sew two of them into a bag. You could use them and do some thread painting on these ones in particular. You could do some thread painting, embellishing, add some silks, add some chenille. Lots of fun things you could do with that. And then it's got great sayings. Love changes everything. Today is a great day to have a great day. So 6 placemats are what you would get in that panel. S41 is $8. S41 is $8. We'd like to welcome all of you regulars. We love to see your smiling faces here. Okay, wait. Let's see. Welcome, everybody. If you have any questions, just type them in there. Either we'll answer it or somebody watching will answer it for you. Okay, so we do have a few freebies that I have a Southwest quilt patterns. You've got 12 different designs. This is kind of fun. They make pillows. You could make quillos with them, or you could make multiple blocks and make it into a quilt. But this tree one I thought was pretty fascinating. So I'm just going to pick whoever was the very first. I've got Victor as the very first person to tune in. Here's one with Victor's name on it.
Blank ones are on the side.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so we have a couple more books. We're just going to give us freebies. I'm going to pull some names here. So we have Strip, Trip, and Shadow quilts for people who don't have time to quilt. And then we also have Gallery of American Quilts. This one is more of a reference book. It tells you kind of the time period that the different designs were. So if you're into quilt history, this is a great book for that. Not so much a great book for patterns unless you're going to recreate the patterns yourself. The patterns aren't included in here. And we have 2 winners. Let's see who we have. And if you ever win something that you don't want, I have Kathleen Rader and Suzette. If you ever win something that you don't want, let us know and we'll throw it back in the giveaways. Okay. So we have, let me put these aside. We'll get the sale done first and then we'll get to giveaways and different things. We are doing, mark your calendars, next Wednesday. We'll be playing Quilto Bingo. So make sure you dig out your cards. Most of you already have cards. If you need new cards or if you want multiple cards because you want multiple chances at winning whatever crazy prizes we have, Devin says if you need a new card, they're $3. So if you want multiple cards or if you want a new card, $3 for the new cards. Some of you will be getting these. These are Doris's Scrubbies. These are, if you haven't gotten one of Doris's Scrubbies, these are the best ever. I actually have them in my motorhome. I have them in all of my sinks. I love them because it I don't know what's in there. Some kind of scruffy stuff that just cleans your dishes. Even after you've left them in the sink for a week, it still cleans your dishes.
And they work really well on cast iron.
Oh, okay.
That's what I use mine for, is my cast iron. And it doesn't scratch it, but it does get that.
Suzette, do you care if Kathleen trades the book with you? And then the crazy starts. Suzette, let me know if you're willing to trade the book you just won. Suzette probably doesn't even know what the book was that she won. Suzette says she laminated her bingo card, Quilto card, which I suggest you do because we will be playing it periodically throughout the year. We do have, we'll also be playing it. The next time is the week before Quilt Show Reno. So anytime we're going to be doing big events, we're going to just swap over to bingo and auctions so that it's easy. We're not trying to fill orders.
What yarn does Doris use to make the scrubbies?
Scrubby yarn from Hirschner's.
Scrubby yarn from Hirschner's catalog. Not from the website. She still has the old school catalogs.
Yeah.
Remember when you used to get the catalogs and you were so excited you'd write your check, mail your check away, and then in 2 to 6 weeks you'll get your product and you'll be happy if it shows up.
Oh, they're good, but that's how I do it.
Okay.
And I have a whole another pile for.
And Linda Meyer, the scrubbies are not for sale. Those are some of the prizes for bingo, Quilto. So you got to join us next week. And Anne, we've already mailed off your bingo card. So we have another cute panel. Some of you might have gotten this one already. S40 is $7. S40 is $7. I know we do have a new Halloween line coming in. You know, I can't pass up Halloween, but this is just a great one for anybody who cooks or wants to decorate their kitchen. You could totally do like big trivets with these, or you could turn them into a cover for some of your appliances that stay on the counter, or add a border to make them bigger for that if you need a bigger one. But these ones would be cute little coasters, little mug rugs. Lots of fun things you can do with that panel. S40 is $7. S40 is $7. Hey, Louise, how are you? Yes, Susan. I know it's hard to believe, but they do still send out catalogs because Doris, when she's done reading them, brings them to me so I can see what the trends are. So Doris probably is like a woolly mammoth or something.
Yep.
They know that she's not going to go on their website, so they still mail out. She gets a lot of catalogs still, which is kind of fun because you can see things. I mean, scrolling the websites, you kind of, flipping pages. I love to pour myself a cup of coffee in the morning and then flip through catalogs. And then
Kathleen and Suzette Suzette say yes to switching the books.
Suzette doesn't want any books. She probably donated them. So just give them both to Kathleen. Okay, so we do have some Razzle Dazzle Ricky Tim's thread. Let me see. I don't have it open. I'm going to say that you're probably going to, let's see. You're probably going to want to couch the, so it says for bobbin work, which I don't know if any of you do bobbin work. If you do, you got to have like a separate bobbin for that. If you don't know what it is, it's above my pay grade. But I couch with this stuff. I haven't used Ricky Tim's per se, but I have used a lot of different threads. Oh no, you could totally embroider with this. I'm not sure if you could. So this says for bobbin work, couching, and serger. I would hand embroidery with this for sure. Hand embroiderer. So this is the thickness S140, and they're $7 a spool. Superior threads, 100% polyester. Ricky Tim's Razzle Dazzle. So we've got a black with multicolored threads in it. We've got a gold metallic. So for metallics, these are a good price point. We have the silver metallic is S142. I would say it's kind of equivalent. I think like a 12 weight, between a 12 weight and a 20 weight. It's not real thick like the 8 weight Razzle Dazzle. And then here, this is kind of the lighter, springier, multicolored one. So S143 is the lighter, springy colored metallic. S140 is the black, kind of New Year's Eve fancy metallic. S141, I would run it through my Thread Magic, and then I would do hand embroidery with it personally. Okay, S142 is the straight silver, and 141 is the straight gold. Susan, that you use Razzle Dazzle, is that the Razzle Dazzle? Or is she talking about the oh, she says Susan DeHaan says she used it. Did you like it, Susan? We always like to hear product reviews. So let us know if you liked using it. And Mary Mins, oh, and it looks familiar. I'm not sure, Mary, what looks familiar. Sometimes your comments come in later, so I'm not sure what you're referring to. So I just want to show you some inspiration, easy projects. So you guys know Lynn E loves the easy, quick and easy. It's kind of like Connie Spurlock. If it's not fast and fun, you're not going to finish it. So I wanted to show you guys, give you some ideas. This was a pattern that we found in all the patterns that we've been raffling off, but it was the witch's legs. So Lynn took it and she said this was like a $2 sweatshirt from Walmart. And so she just embroidered Fabric Witch on it. And then on the back, she cut the sweatshirt open. So super easy. She cut the sweatshirt open. She cut the ends of the sweatshirt off and then just put a binding on it. And then she cut the ends, the bottom of the sweatshirt off and just put a binding so it hangs more like a jacket. And then she just made little versions of the feet on here. Of course, she had to add some bling and a great big pocket. So super easy way to transform and create your own wardrobe. And then she has a purse to go with it. So this is her purse to go with it. Very easy construction for the bag. Just make kind of a teardrop shape and then the lining and the pockets on the outside. But what I love about this is one outfit. And then Lynn made one of those vests. I believe the vest that, what was that vest called that we have? That long vest?
Serengeti.
Yeah, the Serengeti.
Serengeti.
Yeah, so I think she made the Serengeti vest,
Yes,
all
she
crazy quilted and out of this fabric. And then she made the purse or the tote bag to go with it. So one day she can be the Fabric Witch, and then the next day can just be a Halloween. So super cute, super fun. And then just to give you more inspiration from Lynn made birds. So look at these birds using all the upholstery fabrics. All of them are different. Look at how pretty they are. These are all little giveaways for the retreat. So poor Lynn made 40 of these for us so that everybody at the retreat gets one. We do have this pattern. If you want this pattern, let us know. We'll get that to you. But super cute, super fun. Just a different idea of how to use the upholstery fabrics and how to use the junk jewelry. So if you have a stash of junk jewelry you don't want, send it to me or bring it to me, and we will pass it on to Lynn, because I'm sure she didn't make a dent in her junk jewelry, but she uses it a lot. So if you have any junk jewelry you don't want, let us know. But look at how cute they are. Oh, look at this one. That little quail head, that was the perfect one, Lynn. Super cute. Anyways, so just so you know, for those of you going to the retreat, I know it's not a surprise anymore, but you all get a cute little bird to take home. You all are getting a pet to take home.
And you don't have to clean up after it.
But it's a great way to use upholstery fabrics. So I just think upholstery fabrics are a super good price point to keep you creative. Hang on a second. I was putting binding on this quilt. Hang on. Sometimes Wednesdays get really chaotic here at Fabric Checks. So we just made, and when I say we, I mean not me. No, Karen made this quilt and is letting me borrow it. So we've kitted it up. So this is a new panel. It's got half the binding on it. Maybe tomorrow, except for I hear I'm going to be here tomorrow by myself. But maybe tomorrow I'll do a demo on binding so you guys can see how to go around the corners. And I know I've done demos on binding a lot, but and because you don't do it every day, you kind of forget how to do it. So we'll demo how to do binding. If anybody shows up tomorrow, maybe a customer, I'll have them film it real quick. So you might not catch it live, but you can catch it. So this is a super cute new panel. We did have it on the sale once before, so you might have gotten it already. We do have the kit. If you want the kit, let me know. It did not make it into the room.
I didn't have a kit.
No, it was there. We forgot to put the panel in it, so I had to. Karen left me all the stuff to put in it, so I was adding. It was on that table. It was in our to-do pile, so it's almost done. So we do have a kit. If you're interested, just put that you want to know the price of the kit or something, and we'll get that to you. But here's the panel. S49 is $14. S49 is $14. Where you go, I go. Explore. Go someplace where no one knows your name. Adventures together last a lifetime. So super cute, fun panel, especially if you're doing, I mean, it's good for any sex, but it's a good one for a boy because sometimes it's hard for us to find boy stuff. Devin's got the collections at $11 a yard. So we've got some maps and compasses, suitcases, postcards, S015. This one I love. You know, I swear my next husband's gonna be a pirate because they're cheap to feed and they don't say anything because they're just bones in our yard, really. S015 6 yards is $66. Half yards is $33. Back quarters is $22.50. I actually said that Devin had a girlfriend who had a kid, and we have a skeleton, like a whole body, out by the swimming pool. And the kid asked me something, and I said, "Oh no, that's my next husband." And he went to preschool and told them that I had a dead husband in the yard. Out of the mouse of babes. Kathleen, I hear you. I feel like my whole world's a to-do pile. Okay, so more postcards, suitcases. This one is the world map with the ships, but on a tone. So if you were doing something like collage-y, this would be a good one to use as a background. S014, $55, $27.50, $19.50. And then the bolts, in case you need any of the bolts, S16 is for the world map and the compasses. If you're new to watching, we do the bolts. Usually the collections are $1 less expensive than the collections or the bolts. The collections are $1 less than the bolts.
$1 a yard less.
$1, yes, $1 a yard less. Thank God somebody's keeping me on track. Okay, and then S19 is see the world through world, see the world, see the world, see the world. Oh, see the world, 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 with glasses. I thought I was gonna say like something like see the world through rose-colored glasses or something nice.
Just see the world.
It just says see the world. See the world, see the world, see the world, see the world, see the world. Okay, and then we have the all over print. S20 is the all over print. S21 is the postcards. S22 is the suitcases. And S23 is postcards and passports, I think. Boarding passes. So anybody who travels, this one is a good one. Boarding passes, passports, all your customs declarations, it looks like. Just a fun one. And then we have 3 more in this collection. Whoops. So kind of like the chalkboard signs is what it looks like. Roam, wander, go your own way, trust your instincts, explore. This one might be fun to fussy cut and then collage into different projects or put onto tote bags or whatnot. S25. Or if you're doing the wear your inspiration to quilt show Reno, you might want to do a vest and put in some quirky thing about not being lost, just being creative or something, or
That one.
which one?
It
It feels good to be lost in the right direction. I like that. That's a true saying. Oh, thank you, Lauren, for sharing. We love it when you share. Okay. So then we have white on whites. So we're just trying to go through the shop and bring out everything because even our locals sometimes say, oh, I never saw that. So we're trying to methodically go through the shop so you guys see everything. So if you need white on whites, Devin's got them at $10 a yard today. S45 doesn't have a ton on it. There is probably about 4 or 5 yards on S45. S46 is a brand new bowl, and we're doing $10 a yard. Okay, so our S46 is $10 a yard. Plenty on that for everybody. S48 looks like just a couple of yards. S48. Candy, it's good to see you and Jackie. S40. S40. Gosh, I think I used this in my very first quilt back in the day. I think they're reprinting some of these prints.
I know I've got that.
Yeah, for sure. S47 is a good kind of modelly. It's a white on white. Reads as a solid, but it does have a little bit of movement, which I love. And then S44 is another one with a great tone on tone white leafy fabric. So $10 a yard if you want to stock up on your white on whites. You kind of can never have too many. I personally love to do scrappy white on whites. I think that's from back in the day when we did Alex Anderson's scrap bag beige. I don't know, probably 40 years ago. We did, I don't know if I've ever finished that quilt. Okay, so here's our collections. We're going to close those up. S014, S014, and then the darker collection, more turquoises in it, S015, S015. We have some
Wonderful threads. S56 is the pastel colorway. So these are their theme packs, and it does not, let's see, I want to say it's a rayon, but let me open up one. Oh, this one says, I don't know why they would have some that, so they're 40 weight 2-ply rayon threads, 10 spools. So these two are the same. Here, I'm going to give you S56 since that's the first one we opened, because those are the exact same. I know sometimes
they should have put them the same way in the box.
yeah. And then S24 is the floral colorway. S24 is the floral colorway. S50 or S52 is the floral colorway. S52 is the floral colorway. S50 is the bright colorway. S50 is the bright colorway. S51 is the landscape colorway. S51 is the landscape colorway. And S53 is the wildlife. So all your kind of neutrals. You've got beiges, grays, browns, charcoal. S53 is $24. This is a great product for if you're doing thread painting. S53. And then this one looks to me like it's, yeah, these two are the same too. Okay, so those are your options.
Should put them in the same spot.
I know. Well, probably whoever worked that day got fired for putting them in different spots. Okay, we have a floral colorway, and it is at the collection's at $7 a yard. Kind of reminds me of like Mary Engelbright, which I hear there's a fabric. She has a fabric collection coming out. This, I know we're limited on this one with the hexagons. S033 is at $7 a yard, so 7 pieces for $49. Half yards are $24.50, and fat quarters are $17.50. And this is what we have left on the bolts. S28 is $8 a yard for the orange polka dots. Super cute. Oh, I see Phyllis perking up. Orange? Say what? S29 is a fun rose. So at $8 a yard, these are Northcott fabrics. I don't normally necessarily encourage hoarding, but if you need or you've got a quilt back that you're going to need soon, this is a great one to stock up on. S32 is fun florals. S31 is a great purple and black kind of a leopardy print. I know Lynn just got some of this to go on her t-shirt sleeves. So look for that at Quilt Show Reno. Lynn is going to have to change her outfit 7 times a day to keep up with all the outfits she's making. The rest of us are struggling to get a different outfit for each day. Okay, S30, super cute. There's a few yards left on there. $8 a yard. Christy, we're not making anything. At $8 a yard, we're literally making like 72 cents a yard, maybe. But at this point, we are really trying to clean up our shelves. We want to bring in some new stuff for the summer. So we're trying to get everything cleaned up, bringing new stuff for the summer and fall. And we're trying to get ready for Quilt Show Reno. So lots of things going on here. Okay, so fun fabrics. Here is the quilt pattern for the, here's the collection at $7 a yard. That we're paying you 25 cents a yard to take. S033 for the collection is $49 for the 7 yards, $24.50 for the half yards, and $17.50 for the fat quarters. So if you wanted the pattern for the quilt that we just showed you, the adventure quilt, the travel quilt, this is the pattern that we used. S42 is $12. S42 is $12.
S42 is $12. And then, so on Monday, we have Doris's felting and applique class, which is kind of exciting. We have Suzette, who loves to experiment with different techniques with the wool. So the last month she did this fun little loop on her flowers. And then this month she kind of took her wool and twisted it around to make like a rosette. Super cute. But we were worried about ironing. We had a question in the class about ironing because you don't want to iron it and make it flat. So we do have a product, and it's called the Ironing Mat by Bonash. And it is meant for embroidery. It says allows all steam to pass through. Perfect for embroidery and stabilizers. Press without crushing or flattening fibers and threads. No damage to delicate fabrics when applying stabilizers. Delicate fabrics will not stick to the iron. No scorching, no dark fabric shine. 100% safe heat transfer. Protects screen printing. Made from ICF LON nonstick surface. So this is what it looks like. It has holes in it so that your steam goes through, but the mat protects your fibers. So S27 is $14.99. S27 is $14.99. You guys probably already have one of these if you've been watching me any length of time, but it's just a reminder to get it out and actually use it, especially if you're doing any kind of embroidery or dimensional work. Okay, these trims we only have limited quantities of. So if we only have limited quantities, we always go to the first persons that comment. So this is an applique. It is on tool, so you can cut the applique out and then put this up the side of your jeans if you wanted. It would be super cute. S37 is $19, and I think that there's two of them. Or you could put it down the back of a jacket, or like Lynn did, or Ann did, is she took one of these and she put part of it over here. I'm going to show so that she sewed it onto her jacket. So part of it was coming down the front and then the rest was on the back of the jacket. So just different fun ideas of using the embroideries. So S37 is $19. And I think that we have, oh my gosh, Donna has 4 of those. Well, Donna, I'm just going to say you probably only need 1, but I'm glad that you have 4. So that is that one. I think we might have sold out of them. This trim, we have, I think we have 3 or 4 of these left. This is a great pink. It's a pink lace, but it's got some gold, some pearls. Just a great, and if you don't want to use the whole piece in your project, S36 is $12. If you don't want to use the whole piece in your project, you can snip it right in between here and use one piece. So you can get a lot of use out of it if you cut it into littler pieces, or if you want to make a dramatic statement across a tote bag, you can use a bigger piece. The thing is that when you go to create, you have to have this stuff in your stash. If otherwise you're out looking for it and you've like lost your mojo on your creative process for that project, that project's now tucked away or thrown at the bottom of a pile because you didn't get to the store fast enough because you were creating at midnight. You know, you've been there, you've experienced it. So all of these trims, I'm just going to have Devin flip around. I know I do this all the time, but just so you can see how we've used weird and crazy trims like this. Devin's going to flip around and show you the quilt where I have put just about every crazy trim in the store onto this quilt. And I couldn't really, I started quilting this quilt with no trims, just the applique blocks. And as I started quilting it, it was so blah. So I was like, well, let me just see about adding a few things. And then pretty soon, I don't know, it was like
a life of its own.
Yes, it really did. But it got more fun as I was quilting it because I could only see a small section at a time on the long arm. You could only see about 3 of the blocks at a time. So you had no idea if what you were doing, if I had no idea if what I was doing was going to actually work or not. But I didn't like the quilt to begin with. So I really didn't have too much to lose. Okay, here is another applique. S35 is $12. S35 is $12. Yes, Donna. Oh, she sandwiches her project in the center of the mat, such as something with wonder on. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Jenny Duarte, I'm glad you found your bingo cards. I'm just going to tell you, I've been telling you guys
Laminate them,
save your damn bingo cards. Okay, so S30, Judy, what'd you say? Well, that is the reward for being faithful watchers.
She was she wasn't
Yeah,
that
you
much.
were
She was on a
sidetracked
trip.
doing something with your grandkids probably. Okay, so here is another applique. Look, Devin's saving you 4 cents. So this one's a fun one because it is dimensional. S34 is $14.95. S34 is $14.95 for the yellow one, and I do have a blue one also. So S39 is for the blue one. S34 is for the yellow one. Oh, I was going to demo this, but I didn't sew it. It strips up.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
You thought I would get to it?
No, it was in here, so I put a sticker on it.
Oh, so I meant to sew 2 strips together for this demo. I'll do that maybe for Monday, but maybe not. No, I'll try to get my act together. So this is an electric seam ripper. So you literally, look at Judy's like, I love it. I just bought it somewhere else. You did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Thank you for being so loyal. Okay, so this is a battery operated, easy to use cutting
Seam
ripper. I know I was trying to read if it had something else. Includes a cleaning brush designed for the serious quilter. Compact for easy storage and handling. Its quality construction will make this a favorite for years. Requires 1 AA battery, which is not included. So you literally, if you have to rip out a seam, you just turn on your little razor and it rips the seam for you. So S06 is $19. S06 is $19. And I will do a demo maybe next week on that. S06 is $19. And if you are not familiar with the pre-wound bobbins, I was not a believer for years. For years, I thought, how lazy could you be? It takes a half a second to wind a bobbin, right? I love them. Like at night when I'm sewing upstairs and I run out of a bobbin, I often come down and just open up a new box. I know, because I need the right color. Like sometimes if I have the one that's like the multicolored and I've used like all of the cream or all of this, or I actually just opened up a box just of blacks the other day because I was actually piecing backing for a customer like at midnight here. And so I opened up some blacks. So now I've got black pre-wound bobbins at every sewing station in the shop, which is so exciting for me. So here are pre-wound bobbins. I do recommend getting the multicolored pack as a starter because you will be able to use what you need and then you'll see what you really use. Like, you know, I don't use the real colored ones too much, but I do use the kind of tans and grays and white and black a lot. But it's nice having the options when I'm doing some different work where the bobbin might show or might not, thread painting, dimensional flowers, and that kind of thing. So if you have a size L bobbin, this you want S12. Size L bobbin, you want size L bobbins, you want S12, and then class 15, which I think most people are size 15. I'm always having to reorder the size 15. And the size 15 fits in my Bernina, it fits in my Janome, and it fits in my Juki. So S13 is what I use, the class 15s, but we do have the class Ls in case you want that. And then the Bobbinator is a great tool. I do have these. Oh, we didn't bring any of just like the pre-wound bobbins with the sets of black or the pre-wound bobbins of sets of white. We'll put those on a different cell. So when you know what colors you really use a lot, let us know. But the Bobbinator, where's the tag? Oh, right here. So this is the size L Bobbinator. So we do have 15, but we didn't bring it out here, I don't think, because I don't see it. So this is the size L. If you need the size 15, let me know. The Bobbinator is great because I don't have mine open, but I have, you can, there's a hole here. So you can use any, say you have this pack, you can throw one of these colored bobbins into here and then use that as a spool of thread. So it's kind of an insurance policy. If you run out of red thread or something, you can throw it in your Bobbinator. It pulls right out from the top and it works as a regular spool. So you can turn your spool into a spool, your bobbin into a spool of thread. And all of these are 80 weight cottonized poly thread. So 80 weight is really great because one, you get a lot more on your bobbin, so you don't have to change your bobbin as frequently. But it's also great because it doesn't add bulk to your seams, where 50 weight is a thicker thread, so it does add weight to your seams. If you're a perfectionist piecer or a miniature piecer, you for sure want the lighter weight threads because they're strong. They're very, very strong, but they don't add the bulk to your seams. And for most of us, like me, I don't care. I can use 50 weight because I'm not a perfectionist piecer, as you all know. But if you are a perfectionist piecer and you want all those points to match, you're going to definitely want the 80 weight or 60 weight thread. We have another applique here. Okay, so was that $7.50 for two or $7.50
for one? I could only find singles in the basket.
Okay, so you have to tell us if you want a left or a right, because Devin says we only have singles left. So we have S38 is $7.50 each. $7.50 each. They do have a fusible on the back, so you can fuse these. I do when I fuse them with my pressing sheet, but then I do stitch down around the edges just to make sure they're not going to peel up when you wash them. They say they're not going to, but I never trust that. You can use more than one bobbin in the Bobbinator at a time. So Susan, would you send the second thread like up through the center of the bobbin on top of it? Last 3 times longer than winding bobbins. I know this. I love the pre-wound bobbin, Susan, but Susan says it lasts 3 times longer than if you wind it yourself. I don't know the number, but I want the embroidery ironing sheet. Did you get that for Diana? Okay. And Diana, I'm going to bring it to you at the retreat. Okay, Diana? Well, Christy, everything is about the tension. If you don't have good tension, you're going to be upset. Wait, there's only one size. That's the one she wants. Okay, if you need a friction pin, a friction pin is something that you can mark your project with, and when you iron it, it's going to iron it off. So I use the friction pins a lot to mark my appliques, or like on the dragonfly I just used, I took the whole pattern and traced an outline of the pattern on my backing fabric, so I would know, I would have an idea of the placement. So when I go back and iron it, this will disappear. So S05 is $3.29. It's a friction fine liner. S05 is $3.29 for a friction pin, which will iron off when you iron it. It will disappear. So don't iron your project too soon. I've done that sometimes when I've traced out my embroidery and then something's wrinkly and I just forget and I take the iron to it to get the wrinkles out and then boom, there, I got to redo my design. So that is kind of sad sometimes when that happens. Some people have complained because if it gets too cold, the friction pin markings might come back. But I don't make it a habit personally to put my projects in the freezer. But if I did iron it, you could put it in the freezer and it might come back. So just possibilities and options. You just have to know what the products are good for. Here we have S10 is for a cute little butterfly. S10 is $2 for a cute little applique butterfly. We do have these in 3 different sizes and we do have them in a different colorway. It does have a fusible on the back, so you can iron it to your projects. So S10 is $2. S10 is $2 for a beautiful butterfly applique. And then we have craft wool. If you need some wool, this is what Suzette is using on the grout for her giraffe that she's building. It's a giraffe panel. She's putting wool scraps where the mosaics are, and then she's using this wool as the grout. This is also good if you're doing pin cushions. The wool is great to put into your pin cushions. It will keep your needles lubricated and sharp. S145 is $6. This also would make great old people hair. So remember that you can use these wool fibers. You can kind of couch them on for doll hair. So this is great doll hair as well. So just different ways that you can use wool. S145 is $6. 145 is $6. And then I have only one of these patterns left. These are bowls. Christy did it as a demo a while back. So it's 3 different sizes of nesting bowls. We have one of these panels left. S90 is $12. S90 is $12 for 3 different size nesting bowls. And we only have one of those patterns left. Okay, we're going to do an auction because I think this table is going to fall over. This is an auction for a baby lock acrylic table. What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing.
So these are its legs, I believe.
Yes. You can start shipping things.
Oh, Devin says he's not shipping this. No, he's going to ship it because look, it comes in its own box. Although we might need to pad it even better. So Devin's like, I'm not shipping that, Mom. I saw him there shaking his head. So a baby lock acrylic tabletop. And we're just going to start this S98 at $20. S98, we're starting at $20. So if you need a baby lock acrylic tabletop, this is an auction. If you haven't done our auctions before, you just bid what you're willing to pay. Don't wait too long. The ladies like to bid up $1 at a time. But at some point, we close the auction, okay? So don't wait too long if it's something you really want. Here is a bag of trims I found floating around the shop. So I just decided to make a auction bag. So S144 is $10. You have a big piece of this. I'm pretty sure this was more than $10 itself. I think that's a yard of that ribbon. You've got like a half a yard of that trim. These might have been like, what was the end of the bolts or something? I don't know. Here's a fun gold one. Oh, this is like 2 yards. 1, 2. Yeah, so this is 2 yards of this beautiful gold one. You've got 95 cents worth of red rickrack. You've got, I don't know, some cording. You've got some another fun rickrack. And you've got some more thin gold cording. So S144, the auction is starting at $10. Elaine says, She loves her acrylic table, but it is machine specific. Well, Elaine, I have no idea which one it goes to because it
just says baby.
it just says baby lock.
And there's no other numbers.
It's got kind of a thin throat here. If you have a baby lock and you're interested, you could let us know. I am not sure.
Measure those spaces, the length and the width of that hole.
1, 2, 3 and an 1/8 inch
The-
from
the,
here.
Rectangle, the width and the length.
The length.
The length is about 8.5 inches.
So
8.5 inches by 3 and an 1/8 inch. And then the opening is up here. So I don't know. You need to know what the cutout is on that table. There are different size openings. Oh, I don't know. We'll have Phyllis give us all of the important information for next time, okay? Phyllis likes to do research. Hopefully we can, unless you just want it blindly because you have 17 different baby locks and you have one that for sure will fit. Okay, S144 was the table in a box that might have more information. It is in a box, but the box has absolutely nothing on it. It's a completely naked box. Good try though, Barb. Good. It was a good thought. Okay, so the trims are at S144 is at $12. I would say honestly the value here is probably $25 to $30 pretty easily, pretty generously. $25 to $30 in value for the trims. Susan says she has tables for her machines, even her serger. The tables are really handy. I have a table, but I also have machine where I actually sew my machines drop into the table so that I have a completely flat surface. But then I end up putting a wedge or something under it so that it tilts it up so I can see better. Okay, let's see. We still have a ton of books. Where's the Texas panel? Oh, right. It's in one of these bags. Okay, here, I think this is the Texas panel, Christy. I knew. So this is actually a tablecloth, I believe. It kind of feels like a flour sack. What kind of material do you think that
it
is?
looked like a flower set.
It does have a stain on it, but I don't know if you can wash it out or if you can embellish over it, put a yo-yo over it or something. $99. We're gonna do an auction and we're gonna start at $10 because I'm pretty sure it's gonna get there. $99. The auction is starting at $10. I believe it was meant to be a tablecloth, but you could totally turn it into a wall hanging. You could quilt it. You could embellish it. You could, you can't really turn it into a outfit, I don't think, because it would hit wrong, but maybe you could. All kinds of fun things you could do. But right here, see, I think you might be able to just wash it and those stains would come out. I'm not sure. S99 is a vintage table topper. S99 is a vintage table topper.
Just completely coffee.
It could be you could tea stain it. Yeah, if you tea stained it, it would be perfect.
And no one would know.
Yeah, tea stain it for sure. Okay. S99, S144, the trims are at S144, the trims are at $12. Oh, Donna, you might need this one. Shamrock quilts.
this is another tablecloth. They're pretty good sizes. You could make a jacket out of this though, or you could do all kinds of fun things. S100, the auction is starting at $10. It also looks like it has a stain on it, but I do think you could totally tea stain all of these. I think they have a lot of potential. They're vintage linens.
Yes.
S100 is $10. The auction is starting at $10. It is a vintage linen. S99 is at $15. S144 is going to Stephanie for 12. Stephanie, that was a good price. Steph, that was, I should have like just kept it in my stash for that. Okay, I can't keep everything, you know. I just can't keep everything. I'm glad it's going to a good home because it was all just wadded up on my desk. Okay, let's see. I put a door stopper under my machine to angle it. It saves on the neck and back. Yes, Susan, I agree. If you guys haven't tried a door stopper, or at one point I have one of those circle silicone bobbin holders, and I just shoved that under my machine because I have to have an angle. Otherwise, I can't see where I'm stitching. Okay, S99. It looks like we got some good auctions going on. The shamrocks are at $20. S100 is at $20. S99 is at $20. S99 is at $20. Okay, while you guys are bidding on those, I'm going to see what this one is. I mean, there are a few stains on this one also. Niagara Textile Company, Lockport, New York. But definitely you could cut the good parts out and turn them into tea towels. You could applique some tea towels over them. You could turn them into some oven mitts. You could do a table runner and then do appliques on top of it. You could get several of them out of there for table runners. They are a thicker material, vintage, cotton, I'm sure. $10. S101. We'll just start it at $10. S101. S101. They do have some stains, but lots of potential for fun things to do. Okay, while you guys are bidding on those, S101. I don't think I got my box back for these.
Hot sun works on the stains.
Phyllis says put some hot sun onto the stains, and that could help. Some Dove soap maybe and then put it in the sun.
Or lemon juice.
Lemon juice and then in the sun. Lemon juice and vinegar and then put it in the sun. Okay, while you guys are bidding on those, I have quilts, California bound, California, made 1840s to 1940s. So it is signed by the author here. Best regards, Sandy Fox. So you've got an autographed copy. And if you're from California, it's got vintage quilts. It's got history. It really is like a book you're going to want to actually read. I flip through the photos because that's kind of what I do. But it is, it's a beautiful coffee table book. So for those of you in California, what doll is that? Is it a Hetty doll or a, you should ask Devin. We got a Donner Party doll. Do you remember, what was her name?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
So
I know about the Donner Party, but
I used to read the kids really uplifting books. So we did the Donner Party, and one of the little girls, she had a little doll, like a 4-inch doll that she kept in her pocket. It's actually still in the museum, but they had little kits to make a reproduction one. So the kids had that when they were little. Always very uplifting books.
I'm sure the kids are going to need therapy for the rest of their lives. Okay, so this is quilts, California bound, California made, 1840 to 1940. And we're just going to start that auction at $2. S102 at $2. And I know, you know what? Like, I tried to read my kids' history books. So, like, they learned all about concentration camps, and it was good nighttime reading for those poor kids. Therapy, I mean, they're going to be in therapy the rest of their lives. Okay, S99. S99 is at $26. 101 is at $10. 99 is 26. 100 I think was the last one bid on. 100 is Donna for 20. Donna for 20. S102 is for the book at $2 if you want a history book. S102 is $2 if you want a history book. Here's another good history book, Wrapped in Glory. I thought this one was interesting. I've never seen the crazy quilt with little figures in the center. So this is another one. Sandy Fox must have been a really important author at one point. She must have been a guild speaker or something. So she has this gal had a whole collection of Sandy Fox quilts. But there are some crazy, there's a crazy quilt that has a center that is pretty different than anything I've ever seen. And I thought I had seen everything in my lifetime, but it's kind of like a, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. I should have marked the page when I was flipping through this. I don't know. You guys are out of luck. Oh, wait, is that mushrooms before mushrooms were popular? Oh, no, it's a
cornucopia.
Yeah. I thought, wow, somebody was way ahead of their times with the mushroom phase. No, I don't think I'm going to find it. But anyways, it's a beautiful coffee book with inspiration. I mean, just very, very different, very fun ideas. I can't find it. Look at this guy with his chest hair. John L. Sullivan. And then it's got White House, Do You Know the Bell, Supplement, the Chicago Daily News. I guess things that were important at the time. So anyways, another history book. S103. S103 we're just going to do for $2. 103. Great coffee books or gifts. Diana put a bid in at $20. A bid on what, Connie? Connie Kaufman, what did Diana put a bid on at $20? I'm scrolling back. Devin's on his phone, so he's not much help.
The shamrock thing. I don't know. You literally just wrote it.
Diana did? Donna did.
Oh.
Donna did. But she said Diana put a bid on.
Oh, well, that whole time I thought.
The only comment I'm finding Diana's name is for the embroidery ironing sheet.
No.
Okay, hang on.
100 on the Shamrock 20.
Shamrock is Donna.
I
Oh.
have Diana.
Okay, I see it. It's not Shamrock Quilts. It's Diana on the Shamrock.
I thought you wrote.
No. Thank you for keeping me honest. I thought Shamrock Quilts was bidding on it. Okay. Thank you for keeping me honest, Connie Kaufman. Okay, let's see. Where are we at now? It's so hard to keep track of this. Okay, so we have our 2 educational books. If anybody wants to bid on that. 101. This is Victor for $10. 99. The event of the century is going. Get your final bids in. It's Nobody Wants History Books. I mean, look at this. American Patriotic Quilts, it's expressions of liberty. Great American Quilts, 1988. Lap Quilting by Georgia Bonesteel. old Swedish quilts. New discoveries in American quilts. I mean, come on now. That is like what quilting was made of. So if you want those, let us know. My baby lock has an opening of 10 inches. What was the opening I did not bid on fabric with shamrock? Okay, we figured that one out, Donna. What was the
It was like-
opening?
It was 3 and an 8-inch width.
Yeah.
And the length was 8. you
Yeah.
said?
Donna, I'll draw a diagram of it and then mail it to you in your package and you can see if it fits. I'll draw a diagram of the Swedish quilt book. Here. Christy wants that. Here, just write cross out the 2 and just give it to her. Okay. Okay. These we're going to put in a giveaway box for the retreat. I don't know anybody who wants this much history on quilts, but it is pretty incredible. If you know a historian, the books are amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What else do we have under this table?
We know.
What?
No.
Oh, we're going to finish this. Devin says I have to put a name on the Texas quilt. Everybody who wanted it had plenty of time to get their final bits in. It's going to Tahoe in a minute. Okay, perfect, Donna. Donate to the library. Kathleen, I'll take them up to the retreat, and then if nobody wants them there, we'll donate them to the library. Although we do have a quilt historian at Quilt Show Reno, so I might give her a call. I interviewed her not too long ago. She might want them. Okay, S99, the Texas.
I think it was 26.
Christy for 26. Okay, here is a bag of scrap minky. Some of them are bigger pieces, so you got quite a bit of minky here. Quite a bit of pink. Well, we must have done a lot of pink quilts. So quite a bit of scrap minky. Hang on a second. I'm going to throw this one in with it because we don't have all day to be doing auctions. So you've got quite a bit of scrap minky. You can make memory bears with them. You can do all kinds of fun things. Let's do the auction. Here, I'm going to switch you pens. Here, I'm going to give you this pen so I can have the fat one to write numbers. Okay, let's do $8 for the scrap minky auction because we only have one, so you guys can fight over it. S104 is at $8. 104 is at $8. 104 is at $8. Here's another one of those vintage linens. We have a vintage linen. Oh, it could be used for Taco Tuesday. Okay, auction 105 is starting at $10. Auction 105 is starting at $10. That one would be super fun to thread paint, I think. But I think you could also turn it. Oh, I didn't think about it till right now. That one would have been. I'm doing a Frida jacket, and that one would have been so fantastic to keep for the. Oh, I might have to bid on it myself. Devin said no, I can't.
Oh.
Don't.
Yeah, that's what I said.
S105 is $10.
That's what the head shake was.
I saw the look in your eyes. Like, why would you want that, Mom?
Yep, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
And these are tightly woven. I can't see through them.
Okay, so what S105 is starting at $10. 105 is starting at $10. 104 is for all the minky scraps at $8. 104 is the minky scraps at $8. It is a pretty big mound of scraps. S104. Here are some vintage doilies and different fun things. This is like a little candle mat. Devin's gonna have to get in close for this. Here, we're gonna move this back so he can see that up close without having to take his hands out of his pockets or anything.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay, I don't know what this is. I did not look at any of these. They came in.
It's very open.
Oh, that's kind of different.
It's a very
It's
open
like
one.
it doesn't
It's all-
lay flat.
No, it's
What's it for? I wonder.
Just put a dish on it.
Oh,
yeah.
just to put a dish on in case you want to
Yeah.
be fancy. Oh, it's kind of like a ruffle.
It's
Yeah.
ruffle. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be ruffle.
Okay. And then here's another piece in this little collection. Oh my God, this one is adorable. Look at how cute that one is. Look at how detailed that is. It does have a little stain on it. Okay, so all of these.
I think
As-
these are tatted.
Yeah, I think
Oh
they're
my.
pretty incredible. Okay, S103. That's the kind of thing I would just keep for my collection to embellish something, except for that I'm drowning. Okay,
We had a previous 103.
Oh, I did? Okay, here. S1031. Really official here at Fabric Checks. S1031 is for the tatted. It is the most, I don't really know how you could tat that small.
My aunt could do it.
That
It's extremely well done.
Oh my God.
The workmanship there
Oh,
is
wow.
exquisite.
These two are actually a collection.
Yeah.
These two are the same pattern. S1031. Oh, I probably, if I had seen that, I definitely would have kept it for myself. Okay, S1031 is starting at $12. 105 is at $15 for the Texas table Southwest style. I won't say Texas because I don't want to confuse you. It's a
from Cinco de
Southwest
Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo Taco Tuesday. I for sure would. I would have a lot of fun thread painting it or appliquing over it on the white spaces. Appliquing over it. Oh, Stephanie wants to know where the Alexander Henry fabric is. Stephanie, we haven't counted it all yet. Well, I will say I did steal. I didn't steal, but I have appropriated the vintage Alexander Henry nativity scene fabric. But we haven't counted it all yet, Stephanie, so we can't have it on today's sale. But maybe on Monday's sale. We've got it all sorted into 1 yard, half yards. So we do have some vintage Alexander Henry fabrics, and we're going to be auctioning them off because we have 1 yard cuts and 2 yard cuts. So we'll be auctioning those off either probably, what's today? I would say next Monday because Wednesday we're doing Quilto. So tune in next Monday for the Alexander Henry because we did not get those ready for today's sale. So, sorry, Stephanie. I know you were waiting for it. Tatting is a lost art for sure. Yeah. Tatting is very lost. S1031 is at $14. 1031 is at $14. 105 for the tablecloth is at $15. And 104 is at $5. You cannot bid below the price, Jenny. It's at $8. It's at $8. Otherwise, I have to put it back in my stash. S104 is at $8. At $8, I'm willing to let it go.
That was a finger error when she was on the
Oh,
computer.
it was a typo?
258.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a typo. Okay. Okay, so we're going to close these up. Do you have the, oh my gosh. Christy, that is a steal for those doilies. It kind of makes me sad to see them go. Oh, that's okay. Let us know if you want to pay $8. It is quite a bit of minky. Yep. S1031. What it keeps dropping? Must be my big rear end hitting it. S1031 is going to Christy for $12. 105 is going to $15 to Connie. $15.
And those are some good deals for vintage stuff. Okay, let's see. So I have an upholstery book here of all leathers. So if you're doing doll making, these are great for shoes. These ones aren't so great for shoes. They're not that big. These ones are a little bit bigger. You just have to rip them out of, I don't know, I just found this, but so if you rip it out of the book, you're going to get, I would say, about this much. So about that much is actually usable. You could iron it on to a tablecloth like we did before. So there are not that big usable pieces. Unfortunately, they're not, this is like this big. So if you want the upholstery book with the pleather, they're not ginormous pieces, although these ones are pretty good size. So you can make some patent leather shoes out of this for a doll, depending on how big your doll is. But it's some pleather scraps as 106 at $1. Look at that. That's the deal of the day. S106. The auction is starting at $1. Oh, okay. Bringing that. The doilies here. Just change it. The doilies went to Connie Wiggins for $14. Thank you, Mary, for keeping us honest. Connie Wiggins bid 14. Okay. $14 for Connie Wiggins. We need all the help we can get because I'm not going to say anything, but somebody in this tiny room might be on their phones.
I told you to look at it.
Well,
I kept pointing at your computer and you just kept going.
Pointing at my computer meant.
I was trying not to interrupt you.
Sometimes you point at my computer and it means
it's
it's past your time.
Well,
yeah.
usually you check. You didn't even look up. You just kept yapping. I was like, you'll figure it out eventually.
She just kept yapping. Welcome to Fabric Chicks, where she just keeps yapping. Okay, we do have, you can sew the leather together. Just use a leather needle. Yeah. S106 is at $2. We have Lucretia at $2. If you guys do win these and Devin can get them off fairly easy, he will throw, he'll throw the cardboard away. So that way it's not costing you guys more in extra shipping. So
Unless you want it. Unless
you want it, now that I've ripped it off. But I will tell them to throw these cords in with it because you never know, that could be useful for something. But the cardboard, we've been just ripping them off and throwing them away. S106 is at $2. Probably.
Yeah, she does need time.
I need a timeout, Donna. Okay, so we do have the quilt behind us. We're getting ready to retire this because we have hardly no fabric left. This was one of our showstoppers at the show. It is curved piecing, which I can demo that on Monday. I meant to demo it last Monday, but time got away from us. But I'll demo curved piecing again. It's super easy. So you don't have to do it curved. You can do just straight kind of log cabins around the blocks. The white and the black are flanged. So they're just a 1/4 inch flange just to accent the vocal fabrics. So we do have these on sale. I only have one if you want to make the big quilt. I only have one kit left. It was $129. We have them. S03 is for $89. S03 is for $89. It used to be $129. When Phyllis saw this hanging up, she said, "Oh, I need to go find my box and dig it out and get mine finished." So I'm sure there are a lot of you in that same situation who have started this quilt because we did it several times as a class. So if you need a class on it, let us know. You might need us to help you set some time aside so you can get it finished. But a super kind of fun quilt that you kind of pushes you out of your box so that you figure out how to create blocks from different sizes and how to fill in around them. So
It's kind of a good start if you aren't already taking panels or different things and putting together in your own ways. We do have a table runner or wall hanging size. It's going to be about 30 by 40 when you put it together. So you can make a table runner or a wall hanging. S02 is $35 and it used to be $49. So the table runner is $35. So you're saving $14, S02. And if you want to do a bigger quilt, you can always get a couple of kits. So S02 is $35 for the table runner quilt. If you want just the pattern, S04 is $10. S04 is $10. We also did that same curvy piecing concept with a panel that we had. So just an easy way to take panels, create your own layout. So S04 is $10 if you want just the pattern. If you want the leftovers from our kits and our project, we have quite a bit of these are all batik fabrics. Somebody must have cut a ton of these for the kits and then ran out of the rest of the fabric or something because there's a bunch of these chicken feet cut. But if you want to just bulk up your scrappy batiks, this is a great way to do that. Fun fabrics. S97, the auction is starting at $10. S97, the auction is starting at $10. Hey Kim, how are you? Okay, so I'm gonna.
7 at $10.
Okay, so Phyllis is at $10. S97, Phyllis is at $10. So if you want it, you gotta go above $10. S106 is Susan DeHaan for $5. Susan DeHaan for $5. Suzette, you got to go above $10. Phyllis is already at $10. Or Phyllis, you have to go above $10. S104. I don't think we had any take. Oh, Jenny is $8. Okay, Jenny. Jenny.
$11.
Phyllis is at $11 for the batiks. Phyllis is at $11 for the batiks. Phyllis is at $11 for the batiks. And let's see. Okay. $11 for the batiks. This was Jenny. There you go. Okay, let's see. Sometimes I wonder how these piles get like this. This is from the shop. That needs to be rolled and put out in the shop. I don't know. I must have done a demo or something and threw it back there. Oh, here is the fabric from that fabric line. We only have a few pieces left. So S09 is $18 for the 1 1/3 yards. $18. What are we selling at a yard? Oh, $11 a yard. Okay, so 1 1/3 yards, $18, and then 11. Here, I'm gonna make this. Hang on a second. I'm gonna make this $13 today, okay? Just because I don't want this roll hanging around my shop. So 1 1/3 yards for $13. And then S01 is $11 a yard. There's a little bit of that left. S01 is at $11 a yard. S08 is that same fabric but with a black background. I think we only have a half yard of that left. But
A black ground.
Okay.
I understood her.
Yeah.
Just never heard anyone say that.
Okay, here. This is 09 is Barbess. Okay, S08. We have a fat quarter of the main Carnival print. There's a fat quarter of this left. S07 is $3.50. S07 is $3. Oops. S07 is $3.50. Do you need a pen?
I'm gonna stick it underneath.
Okay. Devin, what do you sell your bear pattern for? $10, I think.
Yeah, $10.
The bear pattern is $10, Jenny. Let us know if you want one. Sorry, Connie. Barb already took it. It's already in the other room. You got to be fast here around Fabric Chicks. S08. We got no take. Oh, it's not an auction. We're just getting rid of these. S07 is Ann Lindemeyer. Sorry, these aren't auctions. I know it's kind of confusing because we're sneaking them in. Although Devin did throw some.
Because it's the same as what we have on the bolt, I think.
No, it's not.
I'm pretty sure.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
This is different.
Oh,
Bring
well,
that bolt back so we can show Devin how it's
I
different.
didn't open it.
Here is the main print in the white. So we have a yard. Look at this. Devin was.
It is basically
Devin,
the same thing.
Those are basically the same.
Yeah, basically.
Look at the size.
Yeah, but
That's
it's same.
basically
It's
the
the same
same.
concept. So I just tossed it to the
That's
side.
basically the same.
Looking at it folded, it was the same. So I just tossed it.
Gee, he's so okay. So we have a 1 yard cut, we have 2 half-yard cuts, and we have a yard and an eighth left. Okay, this is what we have left from this collection. If you want this colorway, what do you have it at? $11 a yard.
Yeah.
S107 is $11 a yard. Let us know how many yards you want since we have different ones.
See, same concept.
So-
See, those ones are all the same though, huh?
1.33 yard fabric number. It's already gone, Connie, I think. Or Suzette.
That was the
The one.
roll is gone.
Yeah, that was gone. Everybody's fighting over it. I should have let Connie Kaufman have it because she said 15, even though we only had it priced for 13. I could have made some money there. No, first come, first serve. We got to get rid of this stuff. We've had it for too long. Okay, so can you just write numbers next to 107? I have Sharon's number 1, Stephanie's 2, Carolyn's 3, and Barb is 4. But I think there's 1, 2, 3. Well,
Susan, Stephanie, Carolyn, and Barb. What is Connie?
just put the note on 107. I just need to know that number.
Oh,
Because
Connie,
Facebook, Connie Kaufman, she's
1, 2, 3.
I'll see if I can find any more, Connie, because Devin might not have seen it all back there. They might have all looked the same.
No, we can pull some.
I don't
Probably.
know.
There's a scrap bag in the back.
Did anyone?
Oh, there's
take
another
on
scrap bag.
Yeah, I
Okay.
told you. It's like you don't listen to me when I speak.
Fran Harris for yeah.
Fran Harris?
I don't listen when he speaks.
No, she's interrupted all the time.
Well, you did say there was a scrap bag, but we already auctioned off one scrap bag.
No, you auctioned off the batiks, and I told you when you grabbed that
Oh.
bag that there was a scrap bag with the kits for this quilt, and you.
Okay. So this is how we get you so enticed that you show up again on Monday. Because on Monday, who knows what is in the bag that Devin's referring to?
Repeat the names.
The
Who was
names.
1, 2,
I have
3?
Sharon's 1, Stephanie's 2,
Okay.
Carolyn's 3, Barb is 4. I think there were only 3 yards, but Devin. So then put Connie Kaufman also is 5. Because Devin says we have something hidden in the back.
We've got it now.
Can you show the bolt again? S01. S01. And then if you want a variety of all those fabrics, you can just get the kits. The kit is $14 off, I think. The big kit was $30 off. The big kit, so if you just want the fabrics, you can use the fabrics for anything. You don't necessarily have to use them for this quilt. But this has the whole fabric collection in it. So you've got all the batiks. you've got some black and white and all the different fabrics that were in that collection.
And that number was S03 for $89. And the other kit was S02 for $35.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you grabbing over there? Hopefully, something you can give away in 10 seconds.
Oh, are we at the end? I'm getting more auctions.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Okay. So we have more auctions for another day.
We gotta finish the
Oh,
one.
we got to
Oh.
finish Phyllis's. Whoa, look at this. This is somebody's hand-pieced vintage. It's like out of denim, but not denim. Chambray, maybe? Okay, well, this is another. Look at that. She's very interesting. These were definitely made from their utilitarian quilts,
Yep.
made from leftover clothing. So we'll save that for another auction. Okay, we're gonna finish Phyllis's auction. Phyllis, were you the winner?
I guess so.
Phyllis was at $11 for S97. S97 went for $11 to Phyllis. And that is probably close to 3 yards of fabric for $11. Okay. Oh, so we do have so last week several of you posted projects that you were working on. I love it when you guys post on Friday night what you're planning on working on for the weekend. Stop scrolling, start sewing. And then I love when you post on Sunday, like how far you've gotten. Sometimes though, you guys just post your finished projects, or you post what you're working on, which I just love to see you guys interacting. So we have a kit for this project. We have a hand embroidery kit for a lucky winner who posted this weekend. If you're not the lucky winner, you can buy the fabric. It includes the backing fabric also and the batting. So it's a complete grab and go kit. Even has your needle and thread there. So everything you need for this cute little Christmas scene. S156 is $29. And one lucky winner is going to win the kit. I know it's past time. Devin's not, he's letting me know. I'm getting the look, okay? Okay, pick one lucky winner, Doris. Pick me. Judy, you're in there. Judy Corrado. Okay, Judy. Judy Corrado, are you here? Judy Corrado, let us know if you're here. We'll leave that out a minute. Here, we're gonna do, we can't do an auction. Okay, here, I've got, here, who wants to make curtains? We'll do a few giveaways while we wait for Judy to respond. Here we have making decorative covered boxes. Remember, if you ever win something you don't want, let us know and we'll give it to somebody else. And we're going to pick another name out of here.
Donna Baker.
Donna Baker making boxes. Here is a complete guide to creating marbled fabrics. If you want that, just type it in. That's so specific. If you want the marbling book, type that in there and we'll get it to you. I have a bunch of different books on draperies and curtains. If you want this is a different book. If you want the curtains and drapery patterns, let me know and we'll get those to you. I do not see Mary Mins wants the marbling. I do not see Mary. Good thing you didn't go to feed your horses yet.
Blank one.
A blank one. Okay. The Judy Corrado, I don't see. Devin, pull another name out of here. Whoa, just one name, okay.
That's not my fault. I'm reaching through a camera.
Okay. Mary Lou. Mary Lou, are you here? Let me know if you're here. And we have no takers on the drapes. There's Donna Baker.
The draperies are Donna Baker. Donna, I'm going to put a note. We're going to save all of your shipping till we see you in May, unless you want something sooner.
And she wanted the boxes?
She wanted, yeah.
Okay.
Mary Lou is here.
Okay, Mary Lou is here. Thank God we can end this nonsense. Devin can go home. Okay, so we've got tune in on Monday. We have literally boxes and boxes of books. We have some more vintage linens coming up. We have some, I did get the coolest chopsticks. But I was going to auction them off, and then somebody said I could use them in my hair. So now I have to save them and see if I can get them to go in my hair. So anyways, that's all we have for today's show. If you have any questions, you can call the number that's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. If you want, you can go and rewatch this. We honor the prices all weekend. For the stuff that isn't auctions and limited, that stuff is already spoken for. But we would love to see you. We do quick show Reno interviews of the what's happening, the vendors, the teachers, all that, Mondays at 3. And then we have our regular live shows on Monday and Wednesday at 4 o'clock. So thank you for taking time out of your day to join us in our crazy. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you Monday for sure.